Yin. But I wanna go, please, just for a while. Your voice came out in a soft whine, your tone almost childlike as your fingers clutched the sleeve of Jungkook's t-shirt, your nails slightly digging into the muscle of his bicep. You were sitting cross-legged on the bed beside him, your knees brushing against his thigh. He didn't even glance up from his laptop, his fingers typing steadily, eyes fixed on the screen. Jungkook, I said no, Yin. His tone was stern, calm but heavy enough to make your shoulders drop. You puffed your cheeks in frustration and hit his shoulder softly with your palm. Yin, who are you to stop me, huh? I'll go if I want to. You pouted, crossing your arms like a stubborn child. Jungkook finally looked up. His dark eyes met yours, and you instantly felt your heartbeat quicken. Jungkook, if I'm no one, then why are you asking for my permission, sweetheart? He tilted his head, a faint smirk appearing, but it faded quickly when he saw your face fall. Yin, but it's not hurting right now. I feel fine. You looked away as you said it, playing with the edge of your blanket, hoping he'd just agree and let you go. He sighed, shut the laptop slowly, and turned his body toward you. His patience was wearing thin, not because of you, but because he hated saying no to you when you looked so small and disappointed. He knew you didn't understand how much he worried, how bad your condition got every time. Jungkook, baby, listen to me. His voice softened, his hand reaching to cup your cheek. Let me take you out instead. I can't trust anyone else to take care of you when you're on your period. You know how bad it gets sometimes. Even if you're okay right now, it might hurt later, and I don't want you to go through that alone. Please, Yin, just listen to me this once. He gave your face a playful shake, his thumbs brushing your skin like he was trying to coax a smile out of you. But when he saw your lips quivering and your eyes filling with tears, his heart dropped instantly. Jungkook froze, panic spreading across his face. His hands instantly cupped your face tighter, thumbs wiping away the tears that escaped. Jungkook, hey, what's wrong? I didn't mean to upset you. I'm sorry, baby. Before he could finish, you crawled toward him and tried to climb into his lap. His laptop almost slipped off the bed, but he didn't care. Jungkook blinked in surprise, instantly setting the laptop aside on the nightstand. Jungkook, okay. Come here, sweetie. You sat on his lap, your legs wrapped around his waist, arms sliding around his neck as you pressed your body against him. Your head rested in the crook of his neck, like a little girl seeking comfort. Jungkook, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. His voice cracked slightly as his hand slid up your back under your shirt, tracing your spine gently. His touch was warm, slow, and comforting, the kind that made your body melt against him. You didn't wear a bra around him anymore. He knew you trusted him, and that made him handle you even softer. Then he heard it, your quiet sniffs against his neck. His arms tightened around you, pulling you closer to his chest until he could feel every beat of your heart. Jungkook's chin rested on your shoulder as he whispered near your ear. Jungkook, it's okay, baby. I know your mood swings are making everything feel worse right now. Cry if you need to. I'm right here, Yin. I won't go if you don't want me to. I love you, you whispered between your small hiccups. His breath hitched. That one line made everything inside him soften. His hand moved to your hair, gently threading through it. He leaned down and pressed an open-mouthed kiss on the side of your neck. Then another, small loving pecks that made you feel warm all over. Jungkook, thank you, baby. Thank you for listening to me. You don't know how much it means. You're the best wife I could ever ask for. I love you so much. He kissed your cheek again and again until you stopped crying, your small sniffles fading into steady, sleepy breaths. Yin, please charge my phone. I'm sleeping. Your words came out drowsy, almost muffled as your face pressed deeper into his shoulder. Jungkook smiled, brushing your hair away from your forehead. Jungkook, yeah, I will. Don't worry, baby. Just sleep. A few minutes later, he felt your body go limp against him, your full weight resting comfortably on his chest. He glanced down, his heart swelling at the sight. Your eyelashes rested against your cheeks, lips parted slightly, your hands still gripping his shirt weakly. Jungkook smiled softly, whispering almost to himself, Jungkook, sleep tight, my sleeping beauty. He stayed like that for a while, one arm wrapped protectively around your waist. He didn't move you. Instead, he adjusted himself on the bed, opened his laptop again, and began typing with one hand while the other stayed on your back, rubbing it gently now and then. It was oddly perfect, him working, you sleeping soundly on his chest. Every time you shifted or sighed in your sleep, his thumb traced comforting circles on your spine. It wasn't so long since you both got married. Everything between you and Jungkook still felt new, fragile. You were still learning how to fit into each other's lives, how to understand the hidden corners of one another's hearts. You weren't the kind of wife who argued or shouted. You were childish, innocent, always pouting when things didn't go your way, and somehow, it was that softness that brought Jungkook closer to you. It wasn't passion or desire that held the two of you together at first. It was comfort, the kind he gave you without realizing he was falling into it, and the kind you accepted without knowing how much it meant to him. Despite sharing the same bed, your relationship had never crossed the boundary of touch. You had never kissed, never been physical. Nights passed with you curled up beside him, your face pressed into his chest while he rubbed gentle circles on your back until you fell asleep. He never tried to cross the line, not once. He treated your innocence like something sacred, something he couldn't taint even if he wanted to. He would find himself staring at your small hands clinging to his sleeve, or the way you looked at him with tearful eyes whenever he scolded you softly. So instead, he learned to love you in quiet ways. In the way he adjusted your blanket in the middle of the night, the way he warmed your hands with his breath when you complained they were cold, or the way he let you sleep on his chest even when his laptop was still open beside him. You weren't just his wife. You were his softness, and even though you were scared of him sometimes, you always found safety in his arms. It was the next day. The sound of your heels echoed through the quiet hallway, each click a mix of excitement and nervousness. You were at Jungkook's office building, something you never usually did, but today felt different. He had left home earlier that morning after kissing your forehead softly, whispering that he'd be back in 2 hours after a meeting. But your restless mind wouldn't stop spinning after he left. You kept thinking about him, about the way he held you last night when you cried, and how much you longed for him to see you not just as someone fragile, but as his wife, because lately, something inside you had started to ache, a longing, a quiet wish to be treated not just as someone he protected, but as his wife. You wanted to sit beside him at work, talk, smile, feel wanted. You wanted to surprise him for once, not with words, but with presence. So you dressed carefully, a soft cream blouse tucked into a pastel skirt, your hair neatly tied but a few strands left to fall freely. You spotted the receptionist's desk and waved, "Yin, hey Clara, how are you?" You said cheerfully, your voice light and innocent. Clara looked up from her desk, eyes lighting up when she saw you. "Hey, it's been so long. I'm good. How have you been, Mrs. Jeon?" You smiled proudly at the title. "Yin, I'm doing absolutely good. Is Jungkook still in the meeting right now?" Her smile faded slightly, her eyebrows knitting together. "Oh, didn't you know? The meeting got cancelled about an hour ago. The boss is in his cabin right now." Your smile faltered. "Yin, cancelled?" You repeated slowly. She nodded. "Yes." A faint unease crept into your stomach. You blinked rapidly, trying to brush it off. Maybe he got busy. Maybe he forgot to text. He always did that when he was buried in work. You smiled softly at Clara. "Yin, oh, maybe he just forgot to tell me." "Thank you, Clara. Of course, he'll be happy to see you," she said warmly. But before you could walk away from Clara's desk, you heard a faint voice, low, almost like a whisper, but sharp enough to pierce right through your heart. "How childish," the woman sitting beside Clara muttered under her breath, pretending to fix her files. "I don't even get how Mr. Jeon tolerates her." Your steps froze midair. The words hit you harder than you expected, echoing inside your head like an insult you'd heard too many times before. Clara immediately turned to her, whispering a quick, "Shut up, she can hear you." But the damage was already done. You didn't look back. You didn't want to see their faces, not Clara's guilt, not the other woman's smug smirk. Instead, you forced your legs to move faster, your heels clicking louder against the marble floor as if each sound was trying to drown out that one word, childish. "Yin, I'm not childish." But your voice didn't sound convincing even to yourself. You kept walking, head down, hands clutching your purse tightly. That word had followed you more than once since you got married, from the way people looked at you when you smiled too much, or when you spoke too softly, from the way they thought Jungkook was the mature one, the cold, composed CEO, while you were just the quiet, timid wife. Even Jungkook sometimes, he never said it out loud, but you saw it in the way he spoke to you, gently, almost like you were something to protect, not to love. He treated you like someone too innocent to handle the world he lived in. Maybe that's why it hurt so much. You bit your lip, trying to stop the tears that threatened to fall. You didn't want to cry here, not in the middle of his office building. You just wanted to see him. You wanted to run into his arms, hide your face in his chest, and hear him say it, that you weren't childish, that you weren't a mistake, that he loved you. You wanted his validation, his comfort, his hand on your cheek, the sound of his voice calling you baby the way only he did when you were upset. The closer you got, the louder your heartbeat became. Thud, thud, thud. You reached his door and placed your hand on the handle. But then you froze. There was a sound, a soft voice, a woman's voice. You froze, your ear pressing against the door, your heart beating so loudly that it drowned out everything else. You couldn't make out the words, and then it hit you. You knew that voice. You'd heard it before. Somewhere close. Someone who had smiled at you once, maybe even stood near Jungkook before. Yin, who's inside? Your hand twisted the handle sharply, and before you could think twice, you pushed the door open. The sound echoed in the room. Yin, Jungkook. His name left your lips before you even saw the full picture, and then you did. Your purse slipped from your hand and fell to the floor with a dull thud. There he was. But he wasn't alone. Jungkook froze, his eyes wide in shock, and beside him, that same woman stood too close, her face too close to his, too close, close enough for her perfume to linger on him, close enough that one wrong move and her lips could have brushed his. Yin, Jungkook. This time your voice broke, soft and fragile, like glass cracking. You could feel the world spinning around you, the air too thick to breathe. Your heart pounded painfully in your chest as you took a small step back, your eyes blurring with tears that refused to fall. He called your name, panicked, desperate. Jungkook. Yin, wait. But you couldn't. Your body moved before your mind could stop it. You stumbled back, your vision stinging as you tried to find the door handle behind you. You didn't want to hear what he had to say. You didn't want to stay there another second. And before he could take a step toward you, before he could even say your name again, you turned and ran. Jungkook's body went completely still the moment he felt a hand slide against his chest, his brows furrowed in confusion, his gaze dropping, and before he could even process what was happening, Georgia's lips were dangerously close to his cheek. It took him less than a second to understand. Just a few seconds ago, she had been standing right in front of him, trying to convince him to sit for the meeting. He was ignoring her, focused on the files in his hand, when his attention slipped for barely a moment, and that's when she moved, swiftly, almost calculated. Her eyes flickered toward the door for a split second, as if she knew someone was about to enter, as if this was exactly what she wanted to happen. Before Jungkook could react, before he could even push her hand away, she leaned in. It wasn't just bold, it was deliberate. She wanted to be seen. She wanted you to see. And that's when Jungkook panicked, because you had already stepped into the cabin before he could even react to the situation, before he could push her away, and you had seen everything, the very thing that made him feel disgusted with himself. Jungkook. Yin. No, no, no. His voice tore through the room like thunder. He pushed Georgia away with so much force that she almost stumbled into the corner of his desk. His heart was racing, but your footsteps, the sound of them fading down the hall, hurt more than anything. You were gone. He turned back to Georgia, and the look in his eyes made her freeze in place. His jaw was tight, veins visible in his neck, and before she could even open her mouth, he grabbed the glass vase from his desk and hurled it at the wall right beside her. The crash echoed sharply through the room, and shards of glass scattered everywhere. Georgia flinched, her body trembling, her lips parting as she gasped in fear and regret. Jungkook stepped forward, his voice low and lethal. Jungkook, you regret this. Do you hear me? You'll regret it if my wife sheds even a single tear because of you. Georgia swallowed hard, her eyes glistening as she tried to compose herself. Georgia, I am sorry, Jungkook, but it's not right to cancel the deal because of our past. I admit my fault. I'm sorry I tried to force myself on you, but please don't ruin me over this. His fists clenched. Every word that came out of her mouth made his anger boil more. He couldn't even believe she had the nerve to speak of fairness. Jungkook, you'll face harassment charges for this, Georgia. Get ready for that. Her eyes widened, and she took a step forward, desperate. Georgia, please, Jungkook, I'll lose everything if you walk away now. I'm sorry for what I did. I'll apologize to your wife. Please, just give me a chance. He turned his head sharply toward her, his glare so cold that her voice died instantly. Her face didn't show any disappointment about the meeting at all. Instead, she looked pleased, almost satisfied, as if being caught like this with Jungkook was exactly what she wanted from a long time. But the moment she heard what Jungkook planned to do, her body trembled. Jungkook had canceled the meeting the moment he learned the client's name, Georgia, his ex-fiance, the same woman who had tried to strip his family of their wealth, manipulating him with fake affection and deceit. The woman he had exposed years ago and vowed never to see again. He'd never loved her, not even once. When he discovered what she had done, he had made sure she lost everything. And yet, here she stood again, crawling back into his office, thinking she could use business as a way to sneak into his life once more. You had met her before, at your wedding, uninvited, smirking as if she still had a place in Jungkook's life. You remembered the cold glare Jungkook gave her that day, the same glare that now had her trembling like a leaf. He turned, ready to walk past her. His only thought now was you, your face when you saw that scene, the hurt in your eyes, the way you must have thought he betrayed you. He just wanted to find you, pull you close, and explain everything before your fragile heart broke any further. Please, Jungkook, George's voice cracked behind him. Listen, if you pull this deal away, I'll go bankrupt. Please, I'm sorry for everything. I'll apologize to your wife. I'll do anything. Please, don't destroy me like this. Jungkook slowly looked over his shoulder, his expression empty but his tone ice cold. His voice dropped lower, and that made it even more terrifying. Jungkook, well, he said, his lips curling slightly, that's exactly what you deserve. He didn't give her another glance. His footsteps were heavy as he stormed out of the office. Jungkook, hey Clara, did you see Yin leave? Clara shook her head. Clara, no, I only saw her come in. She didn't go out. Jungkook let out a low sigh, his eyes narrowing. So you hadn't run away from the company. You were still inside, somewhere, hiding. He leaned for a moment against the counter, shaking his head as a small, tender smile touched his lips. How fragile, how innocent you were. Without another word, he turned and ran, already knowing exactly where to find you. His heart finally settled when he saw you. There you were, sitting quietly in a random corner of the terrace, knees pulled to your chest, lost in your own thoughts. He slowed down his steps, softer with each one, not wanting to startle you or make you run away. He knew how you were, avoidant when things felt heavy or uncomfortable. And right now, you must have been feeling worse than ever. When he finally reached you, his heart ached at the sight. You weren't crying, but your silence spoke louder than tears. You were holding a small flower from a pot beside you, twirling it gently between your fingers. You hadn't plucked it, just played with it absently, like it was helping you calm down. His chest tightened seeing the way your other hand rested around your knee, holding it close to your chest for comfort. He crouched down behind you, quiet for a second, then his voice came out almost like a whisper. Jungkook, hey. You flinched, your head snapped back, your eyes widening slightly as you saw him sitting just inches away. For a moment, your face was blank. No anger, no sadness, just confusion. But then, you turned your face away again, refusing to look at him. That single move made something twist painfully in his chest. He took a slow breath, trying again. Jungkook, Yin, won't you talk to me? You stayed quiet, pretending to focus on the flower again. The silence between you grew heavy, making him restless. He could see your fingers trembling slightly as you played with the flower again, and that was enough to make his control snap. Gently, he moved closer and slid his hands around your waist, pulling you back onto his lap in one smooth motion. Yin, hey, leave me. You whined, your voice shaking with frustration, but your hands didn't really push hard enough. You hit his arms weakly, but he didn't flinch. He held you tighter, your back pressed to his chest, his chin resting against your shoulder as he whispered against your skin. Jungkook, hit me all you want, sweetheart, but at least listen to me, he murmured, his breath brushing your ear. You know how much I hate it when you push me away. You turned your head slightly, finally meeting his eyes, trying hard to glare, but your voice came out softer, trembling. Yin, you told me you were going for a meeting, Jungkook, and you lied. What else am I supposed to do? Your words trailed off, but he understood. You didn't need to finish the sentence. He saw the moment in your eyes, the image that must have been haunting you since you walked in on him in Georgia, the way she had stood too close, the way it had looked. It wasn't jealousy exactly, it was pain. The pain of feeling small, of never being treated as a real wife. The moment you saw them close, something inside you broke quietly. You bit your lip hard, turning your face away again, trying not to cry. You wanted to stay angry, but all you really wanted was for him to tell you that what you saw didn't mean anything. His expression softened instantly, guilt washing over his face. Without a word, he tightened his arms around you, pulling you closer against his chest. Jungkook, you know I can never lie to you, he whispered, and I'd never do anything that could make you hate me. I didn't meet her on purpose. The meeting was canceled the moment I found out who the client really was. Jungkook, I swear, Yin, I had no idea it was her. It was a mistake, my mistake. I only saw the potential of the project and trusted my team. His voice broke slightly, his hand finding the back of your head, gently pressing it against his shoulder. I'm sorry you had to see that. I'll fix this. I'll make sure she regrets ever walking into my life again and making you feel like this. He kept whispering soft apologies between every breath, his arms wrapped tightly around you. His voice was rough with guilt, his hand brushing your back again and again in small circles. You didn't say much at first. It wasn't hard to trust him. You already knew deep inside that Jungkook would never do something to betray you. But the ache in your chest wasn't about trust. It was the weight of something else. Something that had been lingering in your heart for too long, something you couldn't quite name. Before you could let that thought spill out, you decided to make one thing clear. Yin, I didn't run away because I doubted you, you said, looking at his chest instead of his eyes. It's just that I felt bad. Jungkook exhaled deeply, his hand sliding up to cup the back of your head. He kissed your cheek, long and slow, his lips warm against your skin. Jungkook, I know, baby, I know. And thank you for believing me, for not running away from me. If you had left the company like that, I don't know what I'd have done. You would have scared me so much. You swallowed the lump in your throat and shifted on his lap, your legs draping softly over one side of his thigh. His arms stayed firm around your waist as if to keep you close, while your hands rested against his chest. You lowered your head, your cheek pressed to the soft fabric of his shirt. Yin, can I ask you something? He adjusted you gently on his lap, but noticed the way your thumb had been picking lightly at your skin again, a habit you always did when anxious. Without a word, he placed his palm beneath yours so you'd fidget with him instead. The corners of his lips lifted, his heart melted at how easily he could distract you. Jungkook, anything, baby. Ask me anything you want. Yin, am I? You paused, your lips barely moving. Am I childish? His eyes widened immediately, and before you could even look up, he was already shaking his head. Jungkook, no you're not, my sweetheart, never, and even if you were. What's wrong with that, He tilted his head, his thumb brushing your jaw gently. Did someone say something to you? You didn't answer. You didn't want to tell him about what you'd overheard. The sting of those words, childish, still echoed in your chest. But instead of explaining, you asked what had been truly eating you alive. Yin, then why do you not love me? The room stilled for a second. Jungkook froze, staring at you, confused but already feeling his heart twist painfully at your tone. Jungkook, I do love you, baby. His voice cracked slightly. I love you more than anything in this world. He leaned forward and kissed your forehead gently, lingering there for a moment, trying to calm you. But your next words hit harder. Yin, you love me, but you don't love me. He frowned, confusion fading quickly as realization struck him. He understood exactly what you meant. The difference between the love he showed you and the one you longed for. You weren't talking about care or affection anymore. You were talking about closeness, about being wanted, about feeling like his wife. He took a slow breath, his voice dropping to a deep whisper. Jungkook, how do you want me to love you then, He cupped your cheek, his thumb tracing soft circles on your skin. His eyes softened as he leaned closer and pressed a light kiss to the tip of your nose. Tell me, sweetheart, I'll do anything for you. You hesitated again, your fingers moving up to play with the edge of his collar, avoiding his eyes. Yin, you paused, your throat tightening. The words felt embarrassing, too heavy for your tongue. You never. He could sense what you were trying to say but didn't rush you. His hand stayed on your cheek, soft and patient. Jungkook, I'm listening, baby. Say it. Pour your heart out. You can tell me anything. You took a deep breath and finally lifted your gaze, meeting his eyes. For the first time, he saw it clearly, the pain that had been building up inside you. Yin, you never touch me like a husband does. Your voice broke mid-sentence. We're not like husband and wife. Jungkook, his chest tightened instantly, guilt sinking deep into his heart. He could see how hard it was for you to admit that, how much courage it had taken. He reached out and gently tucked a loose strand of hair behind your ear, his thumb grazing your skin softly. He had always stopped himself, always held back, afraid that he might cross a line, afraid he might hurt you or take away the purity he adored so much in you. But now, seeing the longing in your eyes, he finally realized that his restraint might have been hurting you more than protecting you. He took your hands and placed them against his heart. He licked his lips, holding back a smile as he watched you sitting so close, your innocent eyes looking up at him with that soft confusion. He could feel his heart pounding, almost giddy, because this side of you, so open, so honest, so unguarded, did something strange to him. He wanted to keep hearing your small, sincere answers forever. Jungkook, how does a husband touch then? His voice came out low, almost curious, like he genuinely wanted to learn from you. You sighed softly, a tiny pout forming on your lips. Yin, you don't even know that. He bit the inside of his cheek, stopping a smile that was threatening to take over his face. You were so adorably serious about it that it made his chest tighten. Jungkook, can you tell me then? Yin, you're so stupid, Jungkook, don't you know? They kiss on lips. You said it as if it was a secret, almost whispering it, and it hit him hard. His heart skipped a beat, warmth spreading all the way up to his ears. He didn't know how a simple sentence from you could make his body react like that, but it did. Jungkook, do husband and wife kiss on lips? He asked softly, pretending to be curious, but the amusement in his eyes was impossible to hide. You nodded immediately. So sure of yourself, Yin, yes, they kiss on lips. But we never do that. He studied your face carefully, your wide eyes, your shy expression, the way you were saying it like you were explaining something deeply logical. You thought he was the clueless one, and that was the cutest part of all. Jungkook, then, we should kiss on lips too, right? You froze for a second, your breath catching. The words hung heavy in the air. You lowered your eyes, your fingers fidgeting with the collar of his shirt before answering softly, Yin, well, but I don't know how to kiss on lips. You sighed quietly, as if it were the hardest thing in the world to admit, and then your eyes lifted again with a childlike curiosity. Do you know how to? He shook his head slowly, his lips twitching into a small smirk that he quickly hid. He was enjoying every bit of this, but he didn't want to rush you. Jungkook, I don't know either. He leaned in a little, his tone calm and careful even though every nerve in his body buzzed from your closeness. Maybe, we can figure it out together. You thought about it, your brows scrunching a little as if you were genuinely considering it. Then you nodded shyly. Yin, yes, we should. Your voice came out like a whisper, but it was enough to make his pulse quicken. He couldn't stop looking at your lips now. They looked soft, trembling slightly, and he had to remind himself to breathe. Jungkook, then, should I kiss you? On the lips? Your fingers twitched against his chest as if unsure what to do. But your eyes gave away your answer before you could speak. You hummed softly, your cheeks heating up as your lips parted just a little. Yin, hum. That small sound, that single hum, it broke his last thread of control. Jungkook, I'll kiss you. Then, he whispered it almost against your ear, the words vibrating through you. His arm tightened around your waist, his fingers tracing the small of your back as he pulled you closer, closer until your chest pressed against his, until he could feel the flutter of your heartbeat against his own. And there it was, his breath warm against your lips as he tilted his head, his eyes locked onto your mouth for a few seconds that felt like forever. And then, he finally leaned in, his mouth parted slightly, just enough to take your lips between his. The moment they touched, your whole body reacted, your stomach flipped, your heart thudded, and your breath caught halfway in your chest. It was so new, so soft, and yet it shook you from the inside out. The kiss wasn't rushed, it was slow, gentle. His lips moved against yours in slippery motions, tasting, learning, breathing you in. The sweetness of it made Jungkook hum softly against your lips, and that sound sent a strange warmth all through your body. You clutched his shoulders, trying to mimic what he was doing, but your lips didn't quite move like his. They trembled, hesitated, yet it only made him smile into the kiss. Your lungs started to ache for air, and you lightly hit his chest with your hand, your signal for him to stop. He pulled back immediately, his lips lingering close to yours as he tried to calm his own breathing. His chest rose and fell fast against yours, and then, suddenly, Yin, oh, my stomach. You pressed your hand lightly against your stomach, your brows knitting in confusion. Jungkook's expression shifted in a blink, his eyes widening as his hand went to yours instantly, holding you just above where you'd pressed. His thumb rubbed small circles there, his voice laced with concern. Jungkook, what happened, baby? Is it hurting? Your periods? You shook your head quickly, your cheeks flushing bright pink. Yin, it's not that. His eyes softened, but when he felt your stomach twitch under his palm, realization hit him hard. His ears went red instantly, and he froze. He didn't need you to explain. He already knew. Still, his voice came out soft, teasing, full of warmth. Jungkook, then, how do you feel? Your eyes fluttered down, your lips twitching shyly. Yin, I feel like tingly. Your voice was barely a whisper, so honest and unfiltered that it made him bite his lower lip to stop a grin. But he couldn't help asking more, needing to hear your innocent thoughts. Jungkook, can you tell me what it feels like inside your stomach? Like, do you want to stop it or feel it again and again? You looked up at him hesitantly, your eyes so pure it almost made him lose his breath. Yin, again and again, it's like fireworks exploding in it. He couldn't stop himself then. A small, breathy chuckle escaped him. His shoulders shook slightly, his eyes crinkling as his lips curved into that rare smile he only gave you. His laughter was soft, but it made your own lips twitch too. You loved when he laughed because of you. It made you feel like maybe you weren't childish after all, that your words could make him happy. Jungkook, is it? His tone shifted, deeper now, more teasing than before. His eyes darkened slightly as he tilted his head. Let's make this even better then. Your breath hitched when his lips brushed your cheek. He didn't stop there. He trailed them slowly toward your ear, his breath hot against your skin before his teeth gently nibbled at your earlobe. You softly, clutching his shirt tighter. And when his lips moved down to your neck, tracing the skin with slow, lazy kisses, a sound slipped from you before you could hold it in. He smiled against your skin, his voice low, vibrating against your throat. Jungkook, it feels good, doesn't it? You nodded weakly, your voice trembling. Yin, yes, it feels good. He hummed softly in satisfaction, continuing his trail of gentle kisses before capturing your lips again, this time deeper, more certain. The kiss burned and soothed all at once, your hands clutching his shoulders as he tilted his head, deepening it just enough to make you melt completely into him. When he finally pulled back, his forehead rested against yours, his voice soft and sincere. Jungkook, you know I love you so much, right? You blinked up at him, your lips still trembling from the kiss. Yin, yes, I love you so much too. He smiled, brushing his nose against yours before wrapping both arms tightly around you, pulling you flush against his chest. His voice dropped lower, his tone rough but gentle. Jungkook, I'm sorry, Yin. I'm only yours, and I'll always be yours. Only you have the right to touch me, to kiss me, to make me lose my mind. It's just you, always you. You buried your face in his neck, your arms wrapping around him even tighter. A small, hidden smile curved on your lips as his hand slid up to cradle the back of your head. You could hear his heartbeat under your ear, strong, steady, and only for you. The terrace wind blew softly around you both, and for the first time since morning, your heart felt at peace. You smiled faintly against his chest and whispered, Yin, just you. He kissed the top of your head and murmured back, Jungkook, always you.